Thanks for watching, and thanks so much to my supporters on Patreon. Check out my Twitter, Twitch, and my... If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. All right, are you listening? Pay attention. I think I'm getting close to uncovering some serious shit here. The release dates, the gimmicks, the circles, it's all starting to make sense. A lot of rhythm games have a gimmick, right? Beatmania has the turntable, Voltex has the knobs, Trinithm has the air sensor. Before 2019, the only circle game around was My My, and at the time that game was far less popular due to pre-DX cabs and game design. Now, with a lot of arcade rhythm games, despite the games having unique control gimmicks and, well, being made for the arcade, people have found ways to play them at home. And no, I don't mean by importing a cab from Japan, although some people do that. I mean by other methods. Some of Bimani's long-standing games have simulators for them, or in the case of 2DX, you have BMS, which is a very similar experience at home. There is, of course, also... As such, people have designed controllers for home play as well. Of course, there's the controller manufacturers like YuanCon or DJ DAO, but some people have come up with some creative ways of playing these games at home. Arcade rhythm games rely on credit revenue, or degenerate gacha rolling, to make money. And as such, they don't really want people playing these games at home, especially in supported regions. So what happens, right? How do we solve this problem? How do we get people into the arcade? Circle game. July 2019, Waka releases. I found out when I was looking this up that apparently Waka released 1 week after My My DX. That game really couldn't catch a break, huh? December 2021, Chrono Circle. December 2022, Music Diver. In relatively quick succession, a flurry of circular rhythm games hit the market. What better way to make a game hard to play at home and force players to go find an arcade than to make the control interface a giant circle? The circle is an anti-piracy measure. Waka's control interface essentially fits around a screen, meaning if you wanted to build a controller for home play, you'd be building 2/3 of a cab in the process. Music Diver uses a combination of a physical outer ring and a sort of inner touch ring, which would probably be really hard to replicate at home. Chrono Circle has... Okay, let's be honest, no one was going to try to replicate that one. All of these games have some aspect of their interface that's really hard to replicate at home. That's also not mentioning that there'd need to be sims developed for these games. Well, either that or... Now you're probably thinking, well, what happened? Why did all the circle games stop coming out? All the games I mentioned don't have well-maintained sims or controllers. It must have worked, right? Well, what happens when you make a circle game? You have to compete with My My. If you make a circular rhythm game now, you have to take on the beast, the behemoth, the original circle game and probably the most popular arcade rhythm game out right now. MaiMai is a game that's reaching absurd levels of popularity, especially for a modern arcade rhythm game, even moving toward an official US release. While a circular control interface might provide some relief from home play and you're stuck competing against the biggest game on the market. They're caught between a rock and a hard place, and as such, some non-circle games have been appearing again, like Polaris Chord and Pendabeats. So, was this a conspiracy to stop people from playing arcade rhythm games at home? A conspiracy by Big Rhythm Game to keep the masses down and to force people to go to the arcades and be exposed to gacha mechanics and the unwashed masses? A plot to destroy the home sim and reclaim arcade dominance for rhythm games? Nah, probably not. There's a good chance the circle games were just trying their own thing, or maybe trying to compete against MaiMai. With Waka in particular, that game released right after MaiMai DX, which would go on to skyrocket MaiMai's popularity, which is probably something Marvelous couldn't have expected. The other games have a way different control scheme than MaiMai, so they were probably just trying their own thing. That said, having a circular-shaped game probably is actually an attempt to make a unique gameplay experience. It just probably isn't explicitly anti-sim or an anti-piracy measure. So no, it's not a conspiracy. Probably. But I'm watching you, Big Rhythm Games. I'm onto you. And by the time Sound Voltec 7 comes out, I'll have cracked the code, and I can expose what you're really doing to this industry. And I'll have figured out what you did with all those Otoy Roha cabs. You're not safe. I'll find you. Thanks for watching, and thanks so much to my supporters on Patreon. Check out my Twitter, Twitch, and community Discord. Links are in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.